You know, talking to people, I don't really connect with people because they may have a different way of thinking than I do. I just think that I can grow more with just like connecting better with people. I'm Drake. I'm currently 21 years old. I got interested about how they see all religions as one and how we can implement really any culture into our daily life through Darius, who I met on the plane.
I was going to Atlanta for a conference, so I was trying to think about what would be useful to share with other people, and so I realized that I had other people on the plane with me, and the closest one was Drake. And so I really reached out for help.
Well, he started talking to me about how we can better our communities within Chicago.
Naturally, the conversation led to questions about what's happening in Chicago. We both live in Chicago. And what are the challenges that we're facing, and how could we maybe make things better? What would make things better?
It's not really common for me to click with somebody that quickly in that short of time period. So, you know, I was curious.
He reached out to me a couple days later and said, "How did it go?" It was just like this sincere, new friend who knew about something that was on my heart.
You know, I could just relate to what he was saying, and the things that he talked about, you know, I thought the same thing about how we could implement everything into our lives and, you know, lead with love and just the basic principles that he thought, that he expressed. I felt the same way. The first time we met, actually, we were talking about Gandhi. I'm always curious about things like that.
From kind of these conversations that we had kind of in the abstract about approaches to education, the role of knowledge in the advancement of civilization, we had all those conversations, but then we drilled down, we were able to say, if you thought that those conversations were interesting and you're interested in working in your neighborhood, I have some people I could put you in touch with.
One of those times we talked with Anna and Adib. Since they were, you know, close by, he figured I could get in touch with them whenever because we live in practically the same neighborhood. What impresses me about Anna and Adib is that they are so genuine, and whatever they can do to help the kids in the community, they're willing to do. And anything I can do to help out with my community, I'm willing to do.
We also learn to walk with others on the spiritual path in a humble posture of learning, engaging in individual and collective service for the betterment of the world.
I think it's great that they're outsiders of the community because it brings a different aspect to the community in terms of, you know, what you can practice in your daily life and, you know, things that you can do. It brings a different perspective.
So the point of the game is for us to count from 1 to 5 as a group.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How have the kids been responding in children's class?
I think that the engagement is pretty good. I think that it's not really a school setting to where they just have to listen and they're sat down. It's more of a, you know, we're all in this together type of thing. And
why are you doing this? Why are you giving all this time to this? I mean, you got a lot going on.
Yeah. Whatever I can do to help my community, yeah. I look forward to it, so. At school before, I was more like, okay, I'm here to be in school and get my degree. It was more me being like focused and very narrow was my way of thinking. It wasn't really me trying to be more personal with other people. I just think that I can grow more with just like connecting better with people.
Do you see this children's class as a means of actually starting to address some of the issues happening in society?
Yes, I can see that. Like, just them having a setting where they bond together and they grow together. I think it could be a stepping stone with bettering society.
Yeah.
The evils of racism, materialism, and moral decadence will be eradicated only by a love that is translated into action. Such actions as deliberately going out of our way to befriend all, appreciating the indispensable contributions of all, and joining hands with all in the creation of a new world.
Why did you trust those people to the point that you actually talk to them about what you care about? Like that's what I'm always really interested in. Is like,
well, I trusted them because they seemed like good and genuine people.
yeah.
Yeah, but also, you know, any conversation where I can like better myself or better the community,
Yeah.
I'm always willing to sit down and discuss that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Drake's just more confident in this process. He just sees how it's connected to making the world a better place. Which I think is, in terms of like motivation, if you think about what motivates people to do things, understanding why it's important is at the heart of it. If you understand why something's important, you'll do it, you'll never stop. And I see that increasingly in Drake. And I mean, the interesting thing is, he was never tentative. That's that quality itself. If people had more of that confidence in each other, we would see ourselves advance as a society so quickly.
I just think that like me meeting these Baha'i people, I can bring more positive attributes to other people.
One thing that I really learned from Drake is this idea of the importance of being able to find collaborators that you trust and that you're willing to listen to and to share of yourself authentically.